Welcome my friends, we have a war recap of Town Hall 11s, Town Hall 10s, Town Hall 9s, and Town Hall 8s, so stick around to the end. The Town Hall 9s start about at the 1350 mark if you want to skip ahead, but anyways, bringing in this is a maxed out base, I believe, on the defensive end, except for maybe some of the heroes, coming in with a lot of bowlers. Now, why do you choose bowlers, guys, on this sort of base? Well, since everything's clumped together, the bowlers do a lot of damage. So that's why he's coming on heavy with the kill squad and a little lighter on the air, because he realized, boom shakalaka, understood that he'll be able to take out quite a bit of this base with the bowlers and the king and the queen obviously going to the core, already taking down one of those single target infernos, about to take down the other archer tower, and the kill squad did huge amounts of damage, huge amounts. Now here comes the air portion. Now this is how you systematically take down this base. So you could tell, look, he dropped wasted two rage. That's not good. So he dropped 2 or 3 loons per each structure, and then but he waited. See to the south there, he didn't drop the loons yet. He waited just until his northern loons finished that air defense as they came in. So it's kind of like it's all about timing with the air attacks. If you're wondering how to do it, you got to time it perfectly. So you usually kind of wait till once they finish the first air defense and they're about to finish it or moving on to the second one. That's when you can sprinkle in your other loons and kind of just circle around. Now, yet again, I've said this so many times, if he had his expos set to the air, this would have been a fail. But thankfully, the defender is a moronic. That's not even a word. Morons. He's moronic. No, moronic. Moronics, I don't even know. Doesn't matter. This base is taken down. Luckily, he's got enough cleanup troops, and you gotta get those air defenses set to the air. I've said it so many times. So let's move right along again. Now this time, you notice he brought in a little more loons this time and less bowlers. Why is that? We're actually on this attack. So the goal obviously is to take down the enemy queen. He's going after at least an air defense and the expo. Now if he can get to the eagle artillery, that would be big time stuff. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get it, especially with the wall breaker fail. Oh my goodness, don't you hate it when that happens? I've had that happen so many times. Here comes the clan castle. So already I know he's not going to be able to get a good amount with his kill squad. The kill squad is weak, so he's going to really have to step it up with his air attack because they did not do a good enough job. They didn't get enough things down. The queen will drop and the Grand Warden will drop pretty soon. Here comes the air portion, and you notice, look, two aired loons for the Warden, 2 for that archer tower, and then he circles on this corner. Now he's not putting any other loons in. He's waiting until he finishes. Look, now once that air defense drops, then he drops in his other hound. So again, you don't just spam them all at once. You place them first, let them take down kind of the first air defense, and then you can bring in your other hound for that second and third air defense and sprinkle in your loons, and that way it will go well. You'll usually get, you'll have a great attack. I mean, will you 3-star every time? Of course not. I've already said this before. You can't 3-star every time. If you think you can, you're delusional, because without a doubt, it won't happen. This very last tough section here, he doesn't even have a haste, so I don't know if he used an extra one too early. Look at that little minion. Oh, look at that perfect minion for the back end, taking out the wizard tower. Oh my, that was beautiful. That actually could have... He still would have gotten the 3-star, but those little things, being able to spot that mid-raid, quality stuff. Quality. Now, we're moving on. Some Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 11 action. I got it all for you. I got some Town Hall 10 triples as well. So on this base, this is a tough base. Very tough. I was not really sure what I was going to do, but let me pause it. I'm doing a golem walk. The strategy is off the chain. I love it. So the reason I'm doing the golem walk is because I want... Oh my... 2 air... Oh! I lost 2 healers off the bat. Oh, all those traps. So had to put a rage down. Now, I was a little late on the queen, but I wanted to make sure the funnel was there, but I still was late on her. I held off on the wall breakers intentionally. I did not put them in because I wanted to make sure the queen took down those storages and kind of helped the golem out before the golem went to the core. Because as he went into the core, that means more of the defenses were going to be on him. Taking out the CC. I forgot to put my poison down. Luckily, the queen took care of the CC, but man, that would have been a mistake. So I forgot the poison. Not good. So at this moment, I was thinking, oh no, the queen could pass south. And this is the danger of the golem walk, I will admit it. If the queen drifts away from the golem, very troublesome indeed. I have to use her ability, and luckily she does path north out of the range of that archer tower, and now things are looking good. I got 2 rage. I'm going to use one of my bowlers, and here comes the king. You see that wizard there? I dropped those wizards to make sure the king would not pass south. That's why it's funneling, you know. You just got to think of those things before you're going. I do have a wall breaker fail. Somehow the mortar landed on my wall breakers. I was very, very unlucky. So to get through this wall, this is actually I could have lost it just for that wall breaker fail, because one, the eagle artillery gets extra shots on me. I dropped a Valkyrie way too late. I should have dropped it earlier to help break through that wall. But I do have the rage, and thankfully I had a rage for my bowlers to get through this tough section. I do have the healers still locked onto my king and help healing up the bowlers. The funnel is almost there. There comes the Valkyries. There's my test Valkyrie. You always do a test Valkyrie. The first one went south, so I waited, and then there is the rest of them. So I only have 6 Valkyries for the core. That's all you need. You don't need that many. Even with it's a Tesla farm in there with skeleton traps, it doesn't matter. Under rage, the Valkyries will destroy it. Just make sure you put that rage right on top of the town hall, and there you go. You know, I could have done it with 4 Valkyries. If there's no Inferno Towers in the middle, you could do it with just 4. But anyways, that's how you take it down. Golem walk. Watch my other videos on that. I have a bunch of them, or a couple of them. So we have another Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 11. Just giving you some strategies. Don't worry, I'll get to the triples soon here, right after this, and we'll go to the Town Hall 9 stuff. But the game plan here, let me pause it down. I'm going to let the queen, I'm going to do a queen walk. She's going to path south. And the danger, though, see that cannon and archer tower? I did not want to use a rage early on for my queen. And I thought I would have to as she stepped into that section. So what I was going to do, I was going to drop a giant to protect the queen, and then once the queen takes out the enemy king, I will then lure the CC. I don't want them all at the same time. She can't handle it because I don't want to use a rage. So here she steps in. I thought she might be getting hit by that other archer. She didn't, but right there, put the giant down. Now, it actually did a lot of good because it took care of the cannon and that giant bomb, so I didn't have to use a rage on my queen. I could have used just a giant. So proud that I saw that. Now, what is this AI movement from the queen? So she locked onto a wall? What? This is so weird. And then she locked onto the storage, and then finally she hit the CC. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Here comes the giant to lure the CC. I should have brought 2. I did not get a complete lure of the CC, so the baby dragon is still in there. Unfortunato, but it doesn't matter. Gonna use a rage, pre-place it because I know I needed it. The expo was on her, and the clan and the castle was coming out. I had to have a rage on her to make sure she stayed alive. And here comes the golem. Now, I dropped the golem a little earlier than I usually do. Why? Well, I wanted to make sure, I don't know, I just want to make sure I got maybe more percentage and didn't run out of time. But look at this wizard to the south. See that funneling? Those bowlers went back into the core because you had the funnel. You just got to account for that sort of thing, guys. Here comes a rage. I wish I don't know, I maybe should have frozen right now. If I froze that Inferno Tower and the Eagle, it maybe would have been better, but I was a little nervous about my Valkyries in the core, so I saved the freeze for my Valkyries. And this got a little dicey. The pathing was very close. Luckily, the Valkyries went into the core. I made sure I tested Valkyries, but you never know on those things. Sometimes they can get wonky and their AI movement gets a little off, but it definitely got dangerous in the core because, look, there's so many defenses on those Valkyries. I can't really do much. So not the greatest percentage. I was hoping to get more, honestly. We are on to the Town Hall 10 triples. Now DL is a solid attacker. He's played with Emphatic Elite, warred with him many times. Anyways, doing the queen walk here. Now I like this idea, queen walk, because look, she's going to be able to get 2 air defenses down, this whole queen section and the CC. Now the only thing I kind of 5 healers. Now I understand why he brought 5 healers, because he was unsure if there was air traps here. There wasn't the scout for air, so he was playing it safe. I personally would have brought 4, but hey, he thought he needed 5, and you know, obviously it worked out. He got the 3-star, but again, those little things maybe it's up for debate, but it doesn't matter. Moving onward. So unfortunate here, what happens? Now, the complete CC was not lured out, so he's got 2 more Valkyries. So what that means, and the poison's just about to die off, so the queen is going to have to use her another rage. No, her ability. He uses the ability, and that means he can use the ability for later to get to that Inferno Tower. Now, there's a couple ways you could bring this. You could either bring 2 freeze or an extra rage for the queen. So only, 1 freeze. But here comes the Laloon portion. Now what he's doing, he's kind of pinching both sides. Usually you kind of start on the king side or that air defense side, but this time he's pinching them. The reason for that, he's making sure his loons get into the core, and he brought 2 freeze. Actually, very nice on the freeze because pretty much it froze the entire core section. Nothing can handle it. And there goes down the base. I had plenty of troops left. Look at that. Complete destruction. He's got his hound didn't even pop yet. Gonna have plenty for cleanup. There you go. Beautiful stuff. I'm gonna show you a fail on this base and kind of break down a couple Town Hall 10 fails and see why that occurred. Here's the same base using a ground attack. Now I know it's not air, but I have an air attack on this exact same base, and kind of the process of here. First things first. When you're doing a queen walk, don't start her away from the CC, or at least lure the CC, because look, what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen here? His golem and his bowlers will die immediately to the CC. So just the wrong entry point. So if you're unsure about where to enter on a base or how to get it done, ask a clanmate. Because all he had to do is swap the 2 sides, bring the queen on this, the queen side, and the golem on where the queen is now. And the 3-star, well, would it have happened? I don't know. But it would at least give it a try. Also, so going to end that there very quickly. Here's another attack. This is using the Laloon portion. Now, on this one, he's only using a king, a queen, and some bowlers. It's pretty much almost the same space as, not quite the same space as the queen walk. And will he be able to get it done? Well, honestly, on this attack, look at this. He was able to get more down with his kill squad than the queen walk was able to get. However, the air portion is where it suffered. So really good kill squad. I thought that was a really good push in there for just bowlers in the clan castle. I like that a lot. So this is what I'm talking about, air, and how do you place it. So there's 2 places to put your troops when you bring in your air right now. You either bring it to the southern end or to the northern end. See the south there? You're creating, so the kill squad created the funnel. Bringing your loons up there, no. It's okay if your hound has to go across the base. It doesn't matter. So you want to come to the south. I would come to the south, and then trinkle in your loons, and then they circle around, and then you collapse into the core. Otherwise, see, if you come here straight from these air defenses, what's going to happen is your loons will split off. There's no funnel. Like your kill squad was pretty much worthless because you're not using the funnel. Another indication, you don't need 10 loons on one structure. Look at that. That's like 12 loons all in once. If there's a wizard tower there or a bomb, they're all dead. I mean, they're all taken out. You don't need that. You need to sprinkle them in. So I'm not, I know I do a lot of critical construction here for my clanmates, but it just takes some practice. So get on that friendly challenge, guys. Take on these mini bases and learn the air portion. Again, 1 loon at first, 1 hound, and then sprinkle in some loons, another hound, sprinkle in some loons, and then you circle around the base. I'll try to do a more in-depth strategy going forward. Maybe just a video just on how to actually place your loons. That might be a good one, actually. Anyways, coming in here with the double golems. He's got double golems and a clan castle. Now, look, see that gold storage to the left of the queen? That's actually going to be a big problem. It's going to be a huge problem. It's amazing how funneling is a big deal here. So, look at this. He's got a nice funnel, but look, no, he doesn't. Just that one structure is going to distract the queen and the bowlers, so they won't go into the core. So what that means is he's gonna have to. It's amazing. The king luckily got a lot of damage, and the Valkyries got a lot of damage, because if he did not take down these air defenses in the core, it would have been a failed attack, because he doesn't have any hounds, no hounds, because he understood that he was going to take out all the air defenses. So he just brought loons. So That was a very dangerous, but really cool stuff. Maybe you've seen this base. I don't know what kind of base this is, but sprinkling in some loons there. I don't know about that haste. Try to use haste on wizard towers instead of Teslas, unless it's a Tesla farm. But just doesn't matter. He's going to wreck this base. Simper is an amazing attack, and I know I'm nitpicking here, but these little things could add up. I'm just trying to help you spot it, and that's why I kind of nitpick. I'm trying to help you spot how do you actually look at a base? How do you take it down? But he's going to swag. Oh, wow. Props. Props. Give him a hand clap. Give him a thumbs up. Swagging 6 loons and a poison. Goodness gracious. Simper Ute showing us how it's done. You can't. Oh, my goodness. That guy's solid stuff. Moving on, I told you this is a long video. I said I had a lot of good stuff. Now this is a lower, I brought this one, this is lower hero levels. Maybe you encounter this. Not a maxed out defense, but for the hero levels, I think it's comparable. Not the greatest base design, honestly. It's it's a typical trophy base, but you see these all the time, and I bring them to you because you still need to know how to take them down. Now on this attack, luckily his funneling was okay, but however the queen will not go into the core quite yet, so that clan castle is destroying his entire, oh my goodness, yawning, that clan castle is destroying his entire kind of kill squad. So honestly, he could have gotten down way more than he did, but because of kind of the poor defenses, he's able to get through the base. Now this is not how you do the La Loon portion. You can tell he's just kind of throwing in all his loons and not really thinking about where they're going. And that's why you have 10 loons on a cannon. No! Please don't do that ever! You need to sprinkle them in. So before you plan your attack, you got to figure out how many loons are going to go here. If I put them in this exact same spot, will they drift to another unit instead? So you got to account for each structure. And if this was a maxed out base, he would have failed, obviously. So keep that in mind, guys. Please keep it in mind. Figure out where you want to drop your loons specifically and think it in your head. I'm going to put 2 loons here. Then I'm going to put my 2 loons here. After they take out this defense, then I'll put my other loons. That's how the mindset you should be going on or be thinking about as you're taking on these bases. You need to account for each structure and how you're going to get it done, because you can't just leave it up to, I'm going to spam all my troops and just hope, just pray, just believe that they will get those structures down, because that's not how it works. It doesn't work in the real world. It doesn't work in Clash. You can't just hope and believe. You got to have a plan. You got to commit to it, and you got to get it done. And if you don't, you're going to get the 0 star, my friends. You're going to get the fail, the fat fail. Now, here is, I like use of bowlers here. Bowlers at Town Hall 9 wreck these bases. I know this is not a maxed out base, but I wanted to. Oh my goodness, what is 2 yawns in a video? I should edit that out, but I'm not going to. This is the real life of Clash of Clans with Halo Okraheads. So I'm only showing you this attack because ground is still an option at Town Hall 9. If you still like using ground, I still think it's powerful. The go boho, whatever people say. Good heal placement there. We're encountered 2 wizard towers. Extremely good. You got a plan for that. I know CRM did. So sprinkling in some other loons. Again, you can use ground attacks. I mean, they work on certain bases. Air, if you're terrible at air, or if you don't have air troops, be rest assured you can still get it done at the Town Hall 9 level. And look at this. That's pretty much a swag heal. Like, he didn't even need that heal spell. He just used it just to make sure he didn't get whatever. He didn't even need it. Okay, last but least, my friends, Town Hall 8. We're going to end it with a Town Hall 8. Now, notice here, I like bringing this video. He put 4 hogs to get this lure. He realized that the lure is the most important thing at the Town Hall 8 level. If you can't lure and kill the CC, you're going to fail on your hog rider. So he actually had a little misplacement on the poison. Look at that. No! Oh, look at that. The Valkyries are destroying those wizards because they were not under the poison. Because of that, he dropped his king. Now, usually he uses the king and the wizards for cleanup, but he understood he needed to take down the CC. So he has no cleanup troops. So he's going to have to rely on his hog. So that means he's going to have a good hog portion. and he's gonna have to be really patient on these heals. But luckily he's got max hogs in the clan castle, he's got 3 heal spells, and since it's not a maxed out defense, it's pretty much wrecked. And as long as you put the heal spells in the right location, where they're double giant bomb possibilities next to wizard towers or bomb towers, things like that. But look at that, little beastie showing you how it's done. Amazing, powerful Town Hall 8. You got to use hogs. I know I said this over and over, but don't use anything else, I don't think. Hogs are the way to go. I know Go Vaho could work as well, but straight hogs is just dominant. Guys, thanks again for watching. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the war recap. We dominated, obliterated the clan, and thank you. We'll see you next time. Halo.